Hi. You guys were very quiet. Glad you're here. Are you the people with the rappers? Are you just a little bit self-conscious right now? Please don't feel self-conscious. Just go for it. Rip the crisps open. Do it. I've been beginning a lot of the sets that I've been doing recently with this song. It's like, I feel like it's if gigs were a person, this is how I felt during the time when no gigs were allowed. Maybe not tonight. You caught cold, you caught fright. Maybe not tonight. I understand. Maybe not tomorrow. You're a busy bee with no time to borrow. Maybe not tomorrow, I understand. Baby, I know you, doing it for my own good, but darling, I can't wait no more. Give me what I'm pining for. La, 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 la. I cannot wait no more. Maybe not right now. You don't dance, don't know how. Maybe not right now. I understand. Maybe not the next. Just ate food, must digest. Maybe not the next. I understand. Oh, baby, I know you, doing it for my own good, but darling, I can't wait no more. Get up on the dance floor. La, 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 la. I cannot wait no more. If I promise not to touch, would you give me a look? I don't ask for much, yeah. If I promise not to stay, would you let me see you? I can't wait no more. I cannot wait. I cannot wait no more. Hi everyone, how are you? Are you okay? Good. It's very lovely to be here and to be singing for you guys and on your beautiful island. Dark skies. Are they? Yeah, I love that. That's nice. I was thinking how cool, like, what we want is a dome and mattresses. And then whoever is playing the music, they're sort of somewhere, but like all you're doing is just gazing at that stuff. So there you go, Andrew. And in honor of the dark skies and the lights in them, this is a song that I wrote a good long time ago called Sleep, with a little nod to the moon and the stars within it, the song. We were talking about the fact that we've not done that many gigs of late, you know, and and my fingers are, you know, sometimes they're like, where am I? And then also the things I say, I'm not sure always about them. But the way I make peace with it is that if something goes wrong, which it could, it's a story that you can take home with you. It's a thrill. It's like my embarrassment and your thrill. Sleep, baby, sleep. I don't mind if you leave. We will part in our dreams. Let them come. I'll give you my skin, but you can't have within. Hold me tight as you like. I will leave you when the day is done. Wake with the dawn, discover needles in my neck. Sleep, it bade me turn my back on you. Your chest as it rises with each breath, but you still breathe beneath the river that I'll never even wade through. The moon is bright and hangs alone. Yeah, he's got the stars, but they've got their own solar systems. And I watch the sea wards of the with the gift that the sun gave him. And I learned from the moon Thanks, guys. Another little nod to the moon. In this next song, I wrote this, or this sort of began a few years ago, quite a good few years ago now, when I took a break from touring, a voluntary break from touring, and went and volunteered at a cafe in a Buddhist monastery in the borders of Scotland, and it was lovely, very nice actually. I did learn, because I went there to find peace, but it turns out that even Buddhists get pretty stressed out when they don't get their coffee fast enough. So same deal as working in any other circumstance in any other cafe around the world. Stressful. There was a particular day, and the coffee machine had broken, and I was closing up, and I was feeling a wee bit like wild, and like a bit frenzied anyway. And the coffee machine circumstance was just adding to that. I'd worked out this very wonderful, I'd invented, there was something wrong with the filter. And the only way to get the dirty water out was I used the straw technique. So you like slurp it in, and then you create a vacuum with the straw, and then you get a wee dollop out, and so on and so forth. Very, very clever, very, very clever. But it was sort of driving me mad, and I was trying all the Buddhist stuff to calm down, and eventually it was definitely winter time, and there's a river next to this place, h-ealainean, and eventually I just went and put myself in it, and that solved everything. That made everything better. So that's exactly what this song is about. Pride has all of me, shares me every full moon with desire. Oh, I was standing at the coffee machine, trying to practice like my hair was on fire. I'm told it was the equinox. Glad it can be justified. Oh, I'd taken off my shoes and my socks. Didn't know if I'd just awoken or if I died. Put me in the river. Put me in the river. Put me in the Your foot was to the floor, my hand was on the wheel, burning up the track in fearless green. Oh, I was shaking 'cause my arrogance had just surfaced as a whale. Strange that as of yet no one has seen. drawing on you, drawing on me, drawing in. Feverish and feeling feral, I will never be contained inside this skin. Put me in the river, put me in the river, put me in the said I cannot go inside. I needed to feel something, and you followed to the back and watched me sit down in my clothes into the water rolling, and my skin was turning orange and blue, and my thoughts were lost and honest and true. I let go of every notion of you. Put me in the river, put me in the river, put me in the river, put me in the You okay? Comfortable? Beverages? There wasn't a long break there between Andrew and I. Andrew, a wonderful set. Thank you, Andrew, very much. Yeah, pleasure to share a stage and some time. It's been a long time. Okay. This next one is I wrote a reasonably long time ago as well. It's more recently been thrown into the public ear, the collective public ear, but it is quite an old song these days. I wrote it 2 weeks before giving birth to my now nearly 4-year-old child. I'm just letting the words that just came out my mouth settle somewhere in me. And yeah, that at that moment in that period, I was definitely feeling like ready. I was ready to go. And this song kind of marks the journey that had come so far, including where it is that I'd found out that the journey was going to be taking place, which happened to be Waverley Station, Edinburgh. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend doing a pregnancy test in Waverley Station, Edinburgh. Also, yeah, make sure you've got a phone on you at all times. So that was another thing I had to deal with, not having one of those. You can see I've been making effort. You can see I've been working hard, Lord. Working hard. And you see I've been putting my trust in. You can see I've been laying down, Lord. Laying down soft side. Sound of bird song. It was never a mistake. I was always gonna make the right road to take. Was there all along. So it's over. You're moving out Monday. It feels right, but you still get scared, son. Still get scared. I know you're feeling like there's nothing to hold to, no arms open wide to enfold you. Just go home. You can see I've been holding for nothing. You can see I've been letting go, Lord. Letting go. You see I've been thrown in the deep end. You can see to the waves I surrender. I surrender. Swallow me. Turning it round, burning it down, all to the sound of bird song. It was never a mistake. I was always gonna make station. Come out pale with the reason you're late now. You're late. And you run for the phone and your mother, but there's nowhere to run after that girl. After that. This one is sorry, there were a few things going on in my mind there. And I'll speak on them soon, but not yet. I'll try and stay on track. This song is of that same era, but where the last song kind of spoke of hardship but has this sort of bounce to it. This one is less bouncy, for sure, and a bit more shadowy, and it's important to acknowledge the shadow. One of my things that I quite like to do if I ever start to like float away, for example, if I'm in performance and I'm floating, or need to sort of remind myself I'm here, you're existing, and you got to stay. I'll look for my shadow, which is really fun because usually if you're on the stage, you have a few. Yep, I have two currently, and somehow it just helps me get back in. But what were we talking about? Oh yeah. I've traveled around, seen many a sight. Start again. I've traveled around, seen many a sight, held many a gaze, flown many a flight, the crows in their murders, the finch in the cage, the robin red-breasted, the wren, the sage. I've traveled around, but I never thought I'd stay. Seen many a sight, like a river over clay, held many a gaze. Now I cannot look away. You ask for a sign, no stone left unturned, every shadow illumined, every fire that burned out, the dreams in their murders, the hearts in the cage, the woman milk-breasted, and a sleeping rage. You ask for a sign, but I never thought I'd say. No stone left unturned, I might throw them all in the lake. Every shadow illumined, every moment, every day. Ooh, and I watch from the shadow side. But during that, I wrote that one when I was on quite a long tour in America, and I happened to share the stage with the guy who's in the band Semisonic. You heard of that band? Closing time. Mm-hmm. I know who I want to take me home. You know that song? It's a good song. It's a very good song. And he also actually wrote Someone Like You. Someone Like You. The Adele song. He wrote that with her. I just think that's, like, when I found that out, I was like, wow. He told the backstory to that Closing Time song. I don't know if you guys know this, but it turns out it's actually, he wrote it waiting for his baby to be born. And closing time, the analogy of the bar closing is like womb. The womb. Believe it or not. And I was like, that's genius. And so, like, approximately 3 months or so after my Rosa daughter was born, I wrote my baby song in disguise. But let me just figure out the finger pattern. See if you can catch any of the references. Well, after something so sweet can only come something bitter. Good. Aperitif. Good for the heart, they say. It's a bit of bitter. You'll never please them. For God's sake, Jesus had to leave them. All the people you have known will not want to know you've grown. That would scare them into living, into waking up alone. We never saw them, but we need no witnesses to know what's wrong. All the people gather around when dirt is found. But this is dirt we stand upon. This is living, this is waking up alone. If you choose, you can paint your own truth, but the color won't stay. It will fade away to that naked line. All this living you've been sleeping all the time. Cut them up, pin them to the wall. All the people condemn. Right before our restless sleep is when I find one fine face to pin above all this living, just to lie down and love. Thank you. So I'm wearing a Harris tweed dress currently, purchased in your local Red Cross charity shop. So thanks, guys. Maybe one of you guys put it in there. If so, thank you. So I thought I would wear it. It's quite warm. This song is an ode to a dear friend who lives on the Isle of Orkney, and I have travelled and toured with her many times. In fact, the last song that I just sung there, Tractor, its name is Tractor, was recorded. I recorded that whole album that song is from, bless you, at here in Sordale, with Colin MacLeod, and it was great fun. And yeah, we're gonna Just checking. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so Jen is on that album and on many of these albums, and this is her song. After we had travelled a good bit, there was a particular tour that we did in Canada, and we went to the far, far north, to the Yukon, during the summertime, so the sun never set, and it was a very incredible experience, and I was very happy to have companions to experience that circumstance with, and so I decided it was about time I wrote Jen a love song. And at this point, I will acknowledge that I feel like it's silly. It feels wrong not to acknowledge that, like, there's all sorts of heavy stuff going on and that we are witnessing on the televisions, on the screens, that are going on, and I just feel like I need to acknowledge that, and but acknowledge it and then offer medicine in some form, in the form of a love song for a dear friend. What did I do to deserve you? How did I land with you on these sands? Shall we go swim in the Indian Sea? How do I explain? It's worse than a dream. I find myself tied with you by my side. Shall we go beg on a merciless street and get fed more than we could ever eat? I think I know what you are. You're the closest I will get to a star. I hope your mother knows I'd be proud if I gave birth to one of those. Where are we now? Don't shake your head. This is your life, though it feels like you're dead when you are stood on the top of the world. Oh, to be a swallow with thee. Oh, to be wolves, wild and free. Oh, shall we dance where the sun never sets? Who needs to know which way is west, when I will always know which way is best? I think I knows what you is. You're the closest I will get to an angel. I hope your father knows I'd be proud if I conceived one of those. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be singing for you guys just now, and I've got just a few more left for you. 2 more. This song, again from the same era, whilst traveling America with a small hidden bean in my belly. Nobody knew at that moment, and I was just being with it. Yeah, this was a reflecting on, well, it's pretty obvious, actually. Let me just make sure I'm on the right capo. They're new in performance world, so sometimes that I'm not entirely sure where they land. It'll do. This is where I kissed you last, or last where you kissed me. Right here on the morning step, I let the memory, like the tapping of a maple syrup of the past, from the sea dwells bittersweet here where I kissed you last. This is where you parked the car to pack and then to part. Drove away and here I sat to greet a heavy heart. Like weights of freight upon the sea, I drifted on and far, but to trace trails back to here, to where you parked the car. Here I am, wish I could be without the drought and reverie. I never knew you long enough to easy let you go. Ooh, I never knew you long enough to easy let you go. Of all the times to see your ghost, I see it now today. It lingers in these hallowed halls where music gives it play. A tune of clever meter slips ever from my ear. Round and round, sound on sound, your ghost, it lingers here. This is where I did not see the obvious and true, where I wrote sweet words and wrapped them up with lavender for you. I was moving closer and you were running free. Now I stand back to see the picture fade. Wish I could be without the drought and reverie. I never knew you long enough to easy let you go. Ooh, I never knew you long enough to easy let you go. Could have gone a capo down. Was it thrilling? Thanks, everyone. Thank you for coming out on a stormy night when all things are going on, and I just really appreciate your being here, and Andrew for organising all of this and getting me up here, and leave you with this song, another one written in northern Canada, this time on a tour with my beloved younger brother as tour manager. He was soon to be joining the army, so I thought we should spend some time before he goes into like intense training, and yeah, asked him if he wanted to be tour manager, gave him a good tour, so he said yes, and or an exciting one, and we hadn't really spent that much time together. He was 21 at the time, and really hadn't hung out really since we were school kids properly, so it was a risk perhaps, but it was well worth it, and it was just so much fun traveling around with him. He's the most incredible people person I've ever met. It's like an art form watching him talk to people. Like I would just stand back and watch him do magic with people. He would make their eyes. He like finds their level. He finds what they're interested in, and he just like hooks them, and then asks them loads of questions on all the stuff that they're actually interested in. I don't know how he does it. It was a very adventurous tour. One of my favorite scenes was we were driving in this small car and camping a lot of the way, and me, my brother, and two other guys. We had a resident on-tour painter, Kyle, who painted things as we went, and Jesse, who was also a musician. And but Luke, my brother, there's this scene of him, like it was post-cocktails. All the boys had cocktails, and I've driven us home to our campsite in these pine forests beside this river. And I've got this scene of like shining the light on my brother as he like traversed this bank to get water for his bottle through the night, a little drunkenly. And then get in the tent, get to sleep. He's slurping on his bottle all night. Next morning, hear Jesse getting up for a romantic walk in the forest, and then you can like hear his frantic footsteps coming back. And he's like, "Get up, get up!" And we all got up, and the river turned out to be tidal. So our car was stuck for a whole few hours, and we nearly got swept away. But also, my brother, who had been trying to avoid feeling very hungover next day, had been drinking salt water all night. So I'm never going to forget that. I just love that. And there was this other adventurous gig, a house concert in a place called 2 Mile in northern BC, and it was the first time Luke and I had both ever seen the Northern Lights. And this song sort of just like is a depiction of all the things that bring me bliss. And I'm hoping that some of the things in here resonate for you too. And if they do, and if you're feeling bold, or like doing yourself a healthy bit of good, it's good for the heart to sing along. So feel free if you fancy it. And I'll leave you with this. This is where I lay, my heart is where I lay, my heart is where I lay, my heart. Build a fire, watch it burn, this is what I yearn for. Build a fire, watch it burn, this is what I yearn for. This is where I lay my heart. This is where I lay my heart. watch it grow quiet up the window. Plant a seed, watch it grow quiet up the window. This is where I lay my heart. This is where I lay my heart. Is where I lay my heart. Is where I lay my heart. Barefoot on a wooden floor, coffee on the cooker. Barefoot on a wooden floor, coffee on the cooker. This is where I lay my heart. This is where I lay my heart. Is where I lay my heart. Is where I lay my heart. All the people gathering pass around the whiskey. All the people gathering pass around the whiskey. This is where I lay my heart. This is where I lay my heart. Is where I lay my heart. Is where I lay my heart. Laying upon a darkened lawn, silent borealis. Laying upon a darkened lawn, silent borealis. This is where I lay my heart. This is where I lay my heart. Is where I lay my heart. Is where I lay my heart. Here we are in Starnaway, An Lanntair, An Lanntair. Pronunciation could be wrong. After all these years, here we are, soon to see a storm come in. My ferry's been cancelled already. I wonder what I can do tomorrow. Any suggestions welcome? And I know they're a very polite and quiet audience, but I wonder if they could sing along. And this is where I lay my heart. Be bold, be bold, be bold. Oh, this is where I lay my heart. Is where I lay my heart. Is where I lay my heart. Ooh, this is where I lay my heart. Is where I lay my heart. Is where I lay my heart. This is where I lay my heart. Is where I lay my heart. Is where I lay my heart. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Mike, on the sound as well.